So that's the Harlem team. And like we said at the start of the broadcast, Harlem, they need a victory to keep their title hopes alive. They're currently on 28 points. And we have a happy Buffet State with 32 points. And of course, happy Buffet State leading with 32 points. Promex Harlem United, they need a victory today, which will bring them to 31 points if they're able to do that. And then they will need Surgical Southeast to lose tomorrow when they play Belfast Estate Mahu Soccer Strikers. And then that will pretty much open up the title race for the final week next week. So as it stands, Happy Buffet State with 32, Surgical Southeast with 31, Promex Harlem United with 28, and also Central Cooperative Credit Union Dubla FC with 28. Alian, of course, you can bring us the Surgical Southeast team, the defending champions for this matchup.
Yeah, Gavin. Just give you the entire list of players that we have on show this afternoon for the Surgical Southeast team, the defending champions. We have Irvin Lockhart. There's Malian Philip, Yannick George, Kimon Coffey, Chad Philip, Rai Philip, Ted George, Shem Abraham, Sidney Lockhart, Randall Prince, Devon George, Jocelyn Prince, Javid George, Isaiah Pascal, Kowan Lockhart, Dickel Prince, Troy Lewis, Adriel Lawrence, Kern Cadet, and Randolph Peltier. So that's the full list of players they're having for the
Defeat in their last match against the LA Enterprise Bombers, and they went down to the Bombers 1-0 at the Benjamins Park last weekend. And before that, they were struggling. They got past Exodus 3-2, and they were held to some draws in the other games. So they had a pretty sizable lead, as we have Kasim Peltier. So maybe he can just come in there. He's greeting us here on the broadcast. Kasim Peltier, the captain for the Harlem team. However, he's not in the lineup for this afternoon, but Kasim, is a very big game for your team this afternoon.
Yeah, I must say it's a big game today. Yet another day on the battlefield, and I know that it's a big miss for me in my team. Alongside me, Zion Emmanuel and Quinton Moses, but we have to live with it so and just go on with the game. I back my boys 100%.
Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about this whole controversy, because we're getting information that you were not the player who was issued, or you were issued the card, but you were not the one who committed the offense. That's the correct way to put it.
Well, I received a letter on Thursday that I received 3 yellow cards, one against We United, one against Paul Michel, and one against our last game in Dubla, against Dubla in Portsmouth, but I never received a card against Paul Michel. My next centre back, Quinton Moses, received a card, so I told that to the DFA, and I called the president, and he told me that he reviewed the referee report to me and said that I got a card in the 57th minute. Praise God that the Sport Value was recording the game live. I went back to the 57th minute where Quinton fouled Kako, and then they issued Quinton the card, but happily they wrote my number 9 on the card. So that was marked me like I received a card in the game.
Mm-hmm. And Harlem wrote a letter protesting the matter?
Yeah, they wrote a letter. We sent the video as proof, but nothing was done. And it's very bad that that situation, I had 3 yellow cards and we played last week Saturday. Only Thursday they send the letter. Only first, and the fixture was out by Monday, but Thursday they send the letter. When we replied Thursday afternoon. As soon as we got the letter, we replied. They only replied mostly probably maybe Friday morning, and so we cannot actually catch us up.
Okay, so I guess you're very disappointed not being able to play. But the game is going to be a very tough one for Harlem and also Southeast. Both teams with a chance for the title. The expectations for Harlem, what basically was said in the dressing room? I know you're not being able to play, but in terms of how you're able to motivate the team, what did you say?
Well, the guys, we're a bunch of young guys and we're surrounded by each other. We had tough times where we came a long way. So we just put going on the field today and put it in and let the result say itself.
And looking at the Harlem team, of course, you can just point us through the starting 11 there. Your replacement, who's replacing you in the lineup?
Well, my replacement in the lineup is Jai Maxim. He played last week together with me against Dubla, but he's not officially one of the starters. Due to the injury of Quinton Moses, he started last game and he has to do it again.
Okay, and what's up with Zion? Why is he not playing as well?
Zion is actually nursing an injury right about now, so hopefully he'll be back.
All right, so there's no Kasim Peltier, there's no Zion Emmanuel, and there's no Quinton Moses. You're suspended, the other two are injured.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Kasim, we want to wish Harlem the best of luck this afternoon. And of course, it's a very important match for you. You need 3 points to keep your title hopes alive, and maybe you might be able to come back next week and play against Happy Buffet State.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right. So there we heard it from the captain of the Harlem football team, Kasim Peltier. He won't be able to play this afternoon. And it's a tough blow for the Harlem team. Okay, so like we were saying, Alian, just taking a look at the forms of the two teams. We were just discussing Surgical Southeast, and they were struggling a bit. They've been struggling in recent times. Harlem, on the other hand, they've been on a rise in recent times, and they've been more or less a goal-scoring machine. They knocked off 11 against Exodus. Then there were 6 against Maho, and I believe they also scored 6 again in another matchup. So Harlem looking pretty good.
Yeah, Harlem are looking very good this afternoon. McGavin, do you remember that time when Surgical Southeast had a nice lead at the top of the points table? I believe somewhere about 7 points at the top, sitting nicely, and then they just tumbled, and then that just led to the downfall. But Harlem looking pretty good, and I'm expecting some big game this afternoon.
Yes, expecting a very big game. Looking at the Southeast team, they've been struggling for goals up front in recent times. Even Randolph Peltier, he hasn't really, been performing to the level that the bar that he's set in recent times. When you look at the top scorers for the season, we have, for example, Michael Gasper from We United, who's leading the way with 11 goals. Then you have Jaron Sebastian from the Belfast Estate Mahusuka Strikers with 10 goals. And normally you'll be having that conversation and you'll be mentioning Randolph Peltier at some point. And this season he hasn't, found the scoring touch that has made him so famous in Dominica's football. I'm not sure if he's starting this afternoon. We'll have to take a quick look as the players are making their way onto the field. But a disappointing season from Randolph.
Yeah, well, Gavin, if we were looking at the English Premier League, you would hear the people, you would see the comments from the fans. They're saying, well, he is not living up to the money that is paid for. I mean, that's drawing a reference. That's to say that, he hasn't been up to par. He hasn't been, performing as we expect him to, as the bar that he has set, as you rightly said. So, but nonetheless, you still cannot underestimate Randolph Peltier. He can show up at any day. So it's just to see if he's starting. I mean, we saw him a couple of games ago starting up front with Jocelyn Prince, and then you saw Jocelyn Prince have to fall back into midfield just to try and carry the team once again.
Yes.
But let's see what happens this afternoon. There's some firepower up front in Javid George, in Devon George, and we saw the destruction a couple of weeks ago with Javid and Devon when they both were substitutes and they came in and they changed the game around. So there's enough firepower up front for Surgical Southeast, but as for defense, there might be some, slight trouble.
All right, so as we speak, the players and officials making their way onto the playing field. Surgical Southeast, they're in their traditional orange and black uniforms, and Harlem, they're in the white and black uniforms, the colors that made Harlem so popular, so famous over their 40 years of existence. And there's no Randolph Peltier from what we can see here in the starting lineup. So Randolph Felty will most likely be a substitute coming off the bench for the Southeast team. So it's going to be an important game for both teams. As we said at the start of the broadcast, the defending champions, they need a win. They need all 3 points today if they are to have any chance of defending that Premier League title, especially if Bathurst State are able to get a victory tomorrow. So it's going to be very tough. Looking at it there, the Southeast team, they'll be kicking or they'll be attacking the Billy Duck Roof Pavilion end or the Botanic Gardens end. And we have the Harlem team will be attacking the Media Center end or the River end. Here at the stadium, the coin toss just taking place there. The two captains, looks like Donan Jove for Harlem, standing captain for this game, and Jocelyn Prince, number 21 for Surgical Southeast. As we said at the start of the broadcast, there's no Kasim Pelty this afternoon. He's been suspended. And Harlem, they're also without Zion Emmanuel and Quinton Moses, two of their other defenders. So a challenge for Harlem here this afternoon. They're essentially missing three of their centre backs, or one might say defensive midfielders as well. And it's going to be a real challenge for them to see how they will combat against Southeast, who will definitely be going all guns out this afternoon because they're quite aware of the task at hand. They need three more. They need the 3 points this afternoon.
Yeah, Harlem are going to have to defend well, Gavin. They're going to have to work hard this afternoon. They're without their captain, so they're going to have to work hard. But for Southeast, Gavin, if you are a happy Bathurst State football fan, then you might be, the persons might be saying, boy, I'm all out for Harlem this afternoon. But football is played on the day, so we have to wait and see what's going to happen, how Harlem team are going to shape up. You can see Delbert Graham up front to lead the line there for Promex Harlem United. There's Odell Laville. So we're in for an exciting encounter here this afternoon. Surgical Southeast, second position in the Premier League, just 1 point behind the league leaders there. And of course we have Promex Harlem United.
All right, so we're just a few moments away from kickoff. We can see the officials. The man in the middle this afternoon, Matthew Walsh. We also have Clyde Cadet as one of the assistant officials. And we're just a few. Gabriel Caesar, of course, the fourth official. So we have the whistle here, and we're underway here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. It's Promex Harlem United versus Surgical Southeast, and a very crucial match here for both teams.
Crucial indeed, and we have possession with Harlem United. There's Dolan Jove, the standing captain for Harlem this afternoon. The ball all the way on the far end. Harlem in possession early on. Here's Odell Francis with this one, looking to send his man in. And Harlem on the attack already early on, Gavin. So here we have this player doing some lovely work, and there's the first corner of the match. Harlem United already on the front foot.
Yes, Harlem already showing they're out for the main business this afternoon. They've won the first corner kick, and we're still in the first minute of play. So let's see if they can capitalize on the set piece opportunity. You're seeing that they're pushing some players forward, 6-7 players in the penalty box area. Southeast essentially has almost everyone defending. Here comes the corner, lovely in swinging one up goes the heads, could be trouble there, and cleared off the line is it, and it's given for another corner kick. So Southeast under immediate pressure.
Yeah, immediate pressure, and we can see the intent there from the Harlem players already attacking early on, just the first minute of this match, this match there at the Windsor Park. So we have the second corner already in this one. So Harlem looking to make the mark as early as the corner comes in, and it's a poor one compared to the first corner that we just saw. So it's a poor corner, and the ball goes out of touch for a goal kick.
Yes, a goal kick for Surgical Southeast, a chance for them to get their first taste of the ball, as we have they're looking to play out of the back. Harlem, of course, with a little bit of a full press there, and the goalkeeper was rushed, but he's able to find Sidney Lockhart there. Sidney with not too many options up front, and he decides to play back. Here's Jocelyn Prince. on the ball. He gets past the man, and it's Sydney now with some space. A bit of a bad pass there in the end, and it's going to be a throw-in for Promex Harlem United. Of course, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering what happened earlier on this afternoon when we had the first game, which was called off, well, we can tell you that Exodus FC, they failed to show up for that matchup against East Central. It's not the first time since Exodus FC have not showed up for a game, and it doesn't order well for football, Alian.
No, Gavin. Somewhat it's and here's an attempt on goal there from the Harlem players, and this one going over the bar. But Gavin, it is somewhat disrespectful. I would have to call it disrespectful. I mean, Exodus, it is not the first time that they're, not showing up for the games. I believe in the first round we had a number of games that they did not show up for. So it is somewhat disrespectful. I mean, yes, you have already been relegated, but at least play for some pride or something.
Well, Alian, I've already made my point on that situation with Exodus. Just last week, they were down to play Petro Caribe Point Michel at the Benjamin's Park, and the team showed up 45 minutes late after the referee had already blown off the game, and they came with the excuse that their bus was late or something to that effect. This afternoon, we saw the same situation at 20 past 2. We saw a bus come in, and we said, well, at least we'll have a late start, but we'll have the game.
Yeah.
But we were surprised to find out that there were only about 6 players, and of the 6, only 5 of them had boots. So there was still some trouble there, as there's a free kick coming in there, as well met by Harlem. But you're quite right. It's a disrespect to the game, and it's something that the DFA needs to address very quickly. And, when you have sponsors investing and, even the patrons paying their monies to, as we have an infringement there, it's going to be a free kick for Surgical Southeast. Number 2, that's Marshall with a tackle there. A bit clumsy, and he brought down George. Is it for Southeast? Devon George, and it's going to be a free kick for Southeast. A very promising area there, and can Southeast take advantage of this set piece opportunity?
Yeah, well, we're already seeing some end-to-end action, Gavin, this afternoon. Both teams looking to show the intent on attack this afternoon. So the free kick, we can see 3 players over this one. There's Jocelyn Prince, here is Malian Phillip moving away. Well, Jocelyn and Malian moving away with Sidney Lockhart, the left footer, going to strike this one. Freeman Wall, and here's Sidney Lockhart with this one. And he goes looking for the near corner, but just wide as Elwin Jean-Louis just looks at this one, passes by.
I think that one is a bit ambitious, Alian, given the angles. It's always going to be difficult for Sidney Lockhart to try to get that pass over the wall and, of course, to beat the goalkeeper, Jean-Louis. But play continues here. Harlem looking to play out of the back there. Lovely turn. Is it there from number 18? That's Brandel Richards. And he's fouled, so it's going to be a free kick for Harlem. It's taken quickly. And could this be trouble? Lovely through ball there played, and the defender there for Southeast taking no chances, puts that ball into the back, and it's going to be another corner kick. So that's the third corner kick for Promex Harlem United so far this afternoon. We're into the 7th minute of play here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. I can tell you it's a bit overcast. I should say maybe partly cloudy, but lovely weather nonetheless. Here comes the corner kick, and this one to the far end there, and looks like it also went out of play, and it did, and it will be a goal kick for Southeast. So far Harlem not being able to capitalize on their 3 set pieces, and we all know how these things can come back and haunt you, Alian.
Yeah, and we've seen it, Gavin. We've seen it, and we've spoken about it a number of times, time and time again, where you get the chances and you need to capitalize on your chances, because later on, and playing against Surgical Southeast especially, later on these things can come back to haunt you, as we have Harlem now with Odell Francis moving forward, but well defended there, and Surgical Southeast can come away with the ball. Yeah, the ball is now in possession. Jocelyn Prince makes the pass, and the ball now moving forward. Here's young Lockhart on this one. As he stops and looks for help, and he gets it. So the ball, Jocelyn Prince looking for some support in the center. Surgical Southeast just Gavin trying to hold possession, but here's a loose touch as the ball now played forward for the Harlem player. And what can he do? That's Delbert Graham. Delbert Graham well held up there, but and Delbert looks for the pass, and that needed a heavier touch than that, Gavin.
Well, it was good work from Delbert Graham, and he squared the ball quite nicely. And the player was looking to try to take a shot there, but it was, blocked by the Southeast defender. But Southeast really finding themselves in some trouble in the first opening 8 minutes of this matchup there. Harlem really on the attack. They're playing a high press. Southeast with the possession. They're trying to play out of the back. And looking to find Davon George there. Is going to be intercepted by Harlem. And a lovely 1-2 there now. It's Brandel Richards on it. Lovely fake options. Sets it up there in the far side. Plays the ball across there. A bit clumsy. The goalkeeper almost a bit lackadaisical there in picking up the ball, Alian, and looks like was it Delbert Graham, I believe, almost got a gift there.
Well, Delbert was quick on this one. I mean, as a striker, you have to be alert in these positions. That was some great work there from Brandel Richards, as we see Harlem back with the ball in defense with Eustace Marshall looking to move forward. There's Odell Francis looking to go for the pass, but a bit heavy on this one. So yeah, Gavin, if you're a striker, you have to be very, very, attentive in the box. And we are just 9 minutes gone, and we are still locked 0-0. So the scores are still locked 0-0. If you're just joining us, Surgical Southeast, defending champions, taking on Promex Harlem United in this match. So it's second taking on third in this match. And there we go now, the throw-in on the far end. Here's young Sidney Lockhart to defend this one. Surgical Southeast in possession and looking to find the player on the left flank. And the ball back with Harlem United. That's young Odell Laville looking to make the pass, but a missed pass in this one.
And Harlem giving it away there, but that pass from, that's so Southeast giving it away, and then Harlem with a careless pass. And now it's Southeast now looking to see if they can get some sort of counter attack. They haven't been their dominant selves so far in this game. Harlem as a back pass there almost put his goalkeeper in some trouble there, but Jalwi was up to the task and handled things quite well in the end. But here's Donan Gervais, who plays the ball on to the far side. And like we said, Harlem missing some key players here this afternoon, as Delbert Graham there didn't time his run. He's flagged offside. Harlem missing some key players. There's no Kasim Pelte, the captain. There's no Zion Emmanuel, who's out injured. Kasim Pelte, of course, suspended for this matchup, having received his third yellow card for the season. And there's also no Quinton Moses, another key player there for Harlem. And they've been forced to make some changes to their starting 11 for a very crucial match.
Yeah.
Now, Alian, I just want to touch a little bit on the rules from the DFA, because when I got the news that 3 yellow cards was a suspension, it had me thinking. I did some research as well, just to find out, how other competitions, operate. And I felt 3 yellow cards for a season which lasts 18 weeks or 18 matches. Mm-hmm. I felt that was a bit harsh.
Yeah.
And I think, and I spoke to a few of the teams, and they said that that's something that they're going to be raising with the DFA. The next meeting, the next opportunity they get to have things changed a little bit, because it's really tough, to be playing 18 weeks of football and you get 3 yellow cards and you're suspended. And I give a scenario. Let's say, for example, I get a yellow card in the first match of the season for taking off my jersey while celebrating a winning goal.
Yes.
That's 1 yellow card. Then I get another yellow card on the 10th of on the 10th game, I should say, for time wasting. As we have Harlem there, lovely piece of skill there, and it goes in, it's a goal! What a goal it is there from the player, and he's shining his boots there. And looks like Odell Laville with a lovely piece of dribbling there, and a shot which beat the goalkeeper. I felt maybe the goalkeeper could have done a lot better with that, Alian.
Yeah, the goalkeeper himself looked to have been wrong-footed with this one, but lovely work there by the youngster Odell Laville, and we know Odell can be very, very dangerous. So we have Harlem going up front with this one. Harlem taking the lead in the 13th minute of this encounter. Harlem 1, Surgical Southeast 0. And of course, as we told you earlier, both teams need to win, Gavin. Well, Harlem need the points to keep hold of the title race, and of course, the defending champions, they need to win this afternoon, or else they're gonna have to maybe wait to see what happens tomorrow.
Yes.
With Happy Bath Estate's match.
If Southeast do not win, they will definitely need some favors from the Belfast State Mahu Soccer strikers, to ensure that Bath Estate do not get 3 points tomorrow. But lovely piece of individual skill from Odell Laville, and he's put Harlem in front 1-0 here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium.
Brilliant piece of magic. That's the spectators' goal. The spectators' goal. So we have Harlem back in possession with the goal scorer himself, Odell Laville, finding himself in a little bit of trouble there with this one. Yes, Odell Francis now. So Harlem now looking to play the ball across the field, but the ball now back with Surgical's office. Sidney Lockhart looking to put Devon George in on goal, and Devon is held up by the defense. Well defended there, and keeper Jean-Louis can just come out and just clear.
Not the best of clearances though, although the Southeast players struggle to control that ball. But Alian is, I think, very interesting that we let the viewers know that the normal goalkeeper for Surgical Southeast, his name is Uchiyama Jajak, and he's out injured with a broken hand. As we have Lockhart there on the near side, and the ball will go out for a corner kick. Is it? Yes, a corner kick. But there's no Uchiyama Jajak for Southeast. He's normally their starting goalkeeper. And in goal, we have Irvin Lockhart this afternoon. So Southeast not with the number one choice between the sticks this afternoon. Just wanted to let the viewers know that. As here comes corner kick. It could be trouble. And just over the face of goal was the signal. It's going to be another corner kick. So defender there got the last touch, Alian, and I felt it went very close over the crossbar for a defensive header.
Yeah, for a defensive header, it went pretty much just over the crossbar. But he might have just felt, well, he did it very good. But let's just see what happens with the second corner. Sidney Lockhart lining up for this one, and he takes the corner now, and up goes the heads with this one, and the Surgical Southeast player coming on the back post, not being able to put that one on goal, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. But Gavin, as you were mentioning earlier, of the first choice goalkeeper, I believe his name is Ochiyama Jean-Jacques.
Yes.
Of course, he will be very, very, very missed here this afternoon, especially this afternoon. Surgical Southeast, they will be looking to take all 3 points. He is going to be very missed for this match.
So once again, Southeast, they're going to have to dig deep to see if they can turn this thing around. They need 2 goals, basically. And like we said at the start of the broadcast, their form has not been the best in recent times, Surgical Southeast. And do they have it in them to come back? They always say the champions, they have a special thing in them, as we have. What did we just see there? A corner kick which went out for a throw-in. Wow.
Well, I'm not sure if it was a corner kick. Actually, I'm not sure if it was a corner kick. But in case you're just joining, Harlem United have taken the lead. It's 1-0, courtesy of Odell Laville. Brilliance. And open the scoring here in the 13th minute. As the throw comes in, Jocelyn Prince goes up with to get this one. Is the captain for Surgical Southeast, and young Malian Philip on this one. Now, the younger brother of Sidney Lockhart. Yes, Jocelyn Prince looking to put Devon George in on goal. But well defended there by Harlem. So, Gavin, pretty much 50-50 for the first half. But Harlem United just edging Southeast on the goal department. Odell Laville, brilliant work.
Well, you say 50-50. I think I'll probably more give it something like 70-30. I think Harlem has been the better of the two teams in the first 18 minutes of this matchup. Southeast have really not looked threatening at all so far, and I think they need to wake up, unless they'll find themselves in some trouble. They're playing the ball back, and here comes a shot. It's defended well, but it's just a Prince on it. Could be trouble. He takes a shot, and the goalkeeper almost bobbled it, but he was able to pick up quickly, and the danger averted. So it's a lovely Saturday afternoon here, Alian. Of course, a number of sporting activities going on during the course of the day. I'm taking a look over to the right. I'm looking at the Botanic Gardens. We have the Dominica Cricket Association's Intermediate League that got underway today. We have Starlights taking on the Hurricanes in that opening match at the Botanic Gardens. There's more cricket action tomorrow as well. Also, there's a big netball finals on this evening at Benjamin's Park. And of course, Vibian TV will be on top of the action. There's an infringement there. It's going to be a free kick for Harlem. Vibian TV will be on top of the action at Benjamin's Park this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. West Central taking on the Southwest. That game starts at 8 o'clock at the Benjamin's Park, and you can also always tune in for that encounter. But here at Windsor Park, it's Harlem and Southeast. The pass there for Brandel Richards. He's well defended there by Sidney Lockhart in the end. And Lockhart looking for options, plays it into the middle. Looks there's a bit of a coming together there, nothing given by the referee. And we still have Southeast in possession.
Harlem now the ball goes out for throw, and that will be for Surgical Southeast as referee Walsh points. So we have Southeast on the ball on the far end. The player now switches the play to Marley and Phillip just below us there. Southeast are going to have to work really hard this afternoon if they have to take all 3 points in this match, and they have already gone behind in the 13th minute as they're trying to mount an attack. But the ball back with Harlem United as Donan Gervais passes for Odell Francis, and Odell finding Eustace Marshall on the far end of the pitch, looking to find Delbert Graham, but that ball well met there in the defense, and the ball goes out for through for Surgical Southeast.
Okay, so I've noticed Harlem, they've made a few changes in light of the substitutions that they've been forced to make before the game. Of course, like we said, they're missing 3 players. Normally, Eustace Marshall would be on the other side of the field in defense. Now he's playing the right back position. So that's one change we've just observed there. As Harlem with it, looking to find Odell Laville, but that took a bit of an awkward bounce. And could be trouble there. There's a pressure there, and no, Southeast doing well. That's Sidney Lockhart on it, showing his experience, trying to use the outside of his foot there to set Davon George in, but it's Odell Laville. No, it's Harlem. Back to Odell Laville. And he does well to retrieve possession. Plays it across to Eustace Marshall. Marshall with that long searching ball there. The flag went up. It would have been a corner kick though, but the player was offside. Looks like the Harlem player there straight offside, and it's been given. It's going to be a free kick for Southeast. Of course, we have a full house this afternoon. Ali, I'm not talking about the spectators, but I'm talking about in front of us in our booth where we are there. We have some of the Harlem Sports Club the members in the balcony outside taking a look at the game.
And they're here in numbers. That's a number of them that are not participating in today's match, as we see Surgical South is looking to mount. There's Devon George on the attack. Devon goes for the right-footed shot, but that ball going well wide, and that ball goes out for a goal kick, and Devon George in on goal, but puts it wide, Gavin. That's an attempt on goal.
Well, it's the first real shot right, on target, or not on target, but shot on goal for Southeast. It wasn't really on target, but you have to give credit to the defender. That's number 3, Jaime Maxim, who came back and really put some pressure there on Devon George, made life difficult. But Harlem's giving it away. It's a Southeast now with an opportunity, and again some good defending there from Jaime Maxim, and I think he's earned a goal kick for Harlem. So we can hear the claps from the Harlem supporters outside. Good work there in the end from Jaime.
Yeah, good defending. As we see some poor work on the defender there from number 13, Kudal Joseph, who actually had a poor control, and that ball got away from him and back to the Surgical Southeast players, and putting the Surgical Southeast team, Devon George and his teammates, in on goal. But good work, Jaime Maxim falling back nicely and saving his team from being leveled. As we see Harlem they're looking for Delbert Graham. That's well controlled, and Graham now sending the ball onto the left flank for Humphreys, and Humphreys doing some nice work. But I'm looking to find Delbert Graham once again, but the ball will go out for a corner kick there. So some good work. We're seeing Harlem doing some good work there. Humphreys with some magic feet, looking to find Delbert Graham.
Yes, Harlem quickly turning, playing that ball out from the back and getting it forward. They've given themselves another corner kick. We're into the 24th minute, soon to be the 25th here at the stadium. Harlem leading 1-0. Here comes the corner kick. Long one up across there, the center of goal, and did it get a touch? No, it's gone out for a goal kick. So that one was a bit promising early on. It just needed a head, but that head didn't come through, and it's going to be a goal kick for Surgical Southeast.
Well, we're seeing some good football this afternoon already. Harlem United taking the lead in the 13th minute. We've seen some great defensive work from Jaime Maxim in the defense there for Harlem United. You see the number 3. Very tight there on Devon George, and Devon George is not somebody you can let loose. So we're seeing Maxim staying very close to Devon George, as we're seeing now Harlem with Odell Laville. Odell looking for the pass, but I'm not finding him. But here is Brandel Richards looking to send it across goal, but a poor cross, and the goalkeeper will have this one in his grasp.
Cross took a bit of a deflection there. It could have been an awkward one, but luckily for Southeast, it went straight to the goalkeeper. And as George looking to lay off to Sidney Lockhart. Lovely piece of footwork there. Lockhart now playing that ball in for Davin George. He's on his magic horse. What will he do? Plays the ball back. Lovely piece of work. Looking to square that across the face of goal there. And danger averted for now. The player goes down. Nothing doing, says the referee. And it's not Odell Laville, but the captain, Donan Jervey, with it, looking to play out from the back. And Donan Jervey looking to settle things down just a little bit for Harlem. And that will be offside.
Well, Gavin, Devon George was certainly looking to buy a foul.
Yes.
just a few minutes ago, he was looking to buy a foul there, but the referee having none of it. So the ball back with Surgical Southeast. With just 26 minutes gone into the first half, into this match. There's Jocelyn Prince on this one, looking to lay it off there. But the ball still with Surgical Southeast. Jocelyn Prince with it in the middle. Sends his man on the way. And is well defended there. And good defense from the number 14 there for... That's Dervin Emmanuel, number 14 for Harlem United. Good defense there, good defensive work. As we mentioned earlier to you, they're missing captain Kasim Peltier due to suspension. So a number of changes had to be made in this team.
So far so good for Provex Harlem with their, we wouldn't want to say makeshift defense, but it's a defense that they're probably not being used to for the season. As looking to play a long ball there, looking to find Delbert Graham, but it was a bit too much on that. And his ball back to the Surgical Southeast. They're trailing 1-0. They need to win, like we've been saying. And here's Don and Gervais playing a ball across there, back. And Harlem knocking the ball around, looking quite comfortable. Southeast affording them a lot of space. And it seems to have been just a little poor there in the execution. The whistle has gone. We're having the first drinks break. 27 minutes gone in here in the first half. And we're having the first drinks break. So, Alian, how would you rate the first 27 minutes so far of this opening half?
Well, Gavin, coming away with the first 27 minutes, I would have to give it all to Harlem United. They have shown, Permex Harlem United. They have shown they're ready for this fight this afternoon. They've been all out, blazing. Odell Laville has been impressive so far. Donan Gervais as well, and Odell Francis as well. Brandel Richards, they've all been exciting to watch this afternoon so far in the first 27 minutes. I would give it to Harlem so far. 27 minutes gone, the first drinks break. Surgical Southeast have a lot of work to do.
Southeast has some work to do. I must say, so far for Southeast, Davin George has looked pretty decent, although he missed a few opportunities, but he's been a live wire, I should say, for the Southeast team. Also, Sidney Lockhart is not having a bad game as well. His work rate is really up there so far. And the captain, Jocelyn Prince,
certainly,
really also trying his best to pull the strings in the midfield. But so far, the midfield battle being won by the Harlem team. Don and Gervais and the rest of the team there in the midfield are really controlling things for Harlem. So the drinks break giving the Southeast team an opportunity to re-strategize, see how things are going so far and, see what sort of adjustments they can make moving forward. But it's a dream start for the Harlem team. They're up 1-0. And that goal came from Odell Laville in the 13th minute of play. And he's given Harlem the lead here. And as it stands, Harlem will now be on 31 points.
Mm-hmm.
As it stands, we like to say as it stands because it could change if the scores were to change. And we'll see Southeast also on 31 points. But for either team to win the title, they also need Bath State to drop some points. So Bath State, they're in the driver's seat. They have the 1 point cushion. They have the luxury of playing the final game this weekend. So they will definitely know what they need to do, to win the title. But they obviously know that winning would make things easier. They control their destiny and whatnot. But at least it gives them the advantage.
Yeah, certainly. And of course, the Bath State fans so far, they must be happy this afternoon, Gavin. They must be happy, very happy to see Harlem United in the lead so far. And they may be cheering the Harlem team on. So we have to see what's going to happen in this match and, of course, in tomorrow's game as we have restart there on the way. Sidney Lockhart with this one. Surgical Southeast, Malian Phillip with this one. Back to Sidney Lockhart. Sidney looking
and
for...
that should be a foul, yes.
It is certainly an infringement here on the number 7 there for Surgical Southeast.
Don and Gervais there with a little shove in the back. And the Southeast taking that free kick quite quickly. Of course, Alian, the viewers would have probably seen a little glimpse of two gentlemen in a booth there. I'm not too sure what exactly happened. Of course, our good buddy, our director, Chad George, maybe could give us a little bit of an explanation. But nonetheless, football action continuing. It's Southeast with it. Jocelyn Prince looking to take a shot. It's deflected there. It looks like it will go out for a corner kick. So a corner kick for the Southeast team. Just looking up to the east there. Looking into the Rosa Valley, I can see some grey clouds, what appears to be maybe some showers in the Rosa Valley area. So maybe we could get a sprinkle or two here at the Windsor Park. But it's bone dry so far. And here comes the corner kick. That could be trouble. The goalkeeper looking to punch it. Did he get a touch on it? Yes. And it's gone out for another corner kick. And there are also some players down in the goal there. Looks like 2 Harlem players are down and they're signaling for the medics. and the medics are making their way onto the field. So we have
Gavin, certainly one of the players down,
looks
Odell
like
Laville.
Odell Laville,
but
yes.
looks to be coming up. As for the other player, I cannot tell you exactly who the other player is, but certainly there's another player down on the back of the goal there. So
And we can see Odell Laville is limping a bit, but looks like it's something that he should be able to walk off. You see, he's just changing his shin guards, but things look a little more serious for the Harlem players. Number 13, that's Curdell Joseph, and he's going to be attended to behind the goal while play resumes. So Harlem will be temporarily down to 10 men. And Southeast now with a free corner kick, so set piece opportunity, and Harlem with down a man. Let's see what happens. Here comes the kick, and looks like it's gone out behind play. Yes, gone out behind the goal. So poor execution there from Southeast. They need to do better than that. You know, they're getting the set pieces every now and then. They've not been able to convert. And looks like Harlem are also back to full strength. You can see the player there about to make his way back onto the field. So back to level peggings there, 11-11.
and there's a ball going up, and I see the two players there going at it, and there's Odell Francis on this one, and Odell Francis looking to go all the way. Here's Odell Francis, and there's a shout for penalty, but referee Walsh having none of it. Gavin, Odell Francis going down in the box there, and here's another player going down, but referee Walsh still having none of it. Gavin, what do you make of that penalty shout?
Wow, well, that looked like a definite penalty to me. It was very close, but I remember we're a few stories up, I should say, in the booth there. So maybe the vantage point that we have could have been a bit misleading, but it looked a definite penalty to me. And with Matthew Walsh not having any of it, and now it's Southeast now on a counter attack, and the player there eludes a tackle. Look at the square that ball there, and almost an own goal. Luckily, the goalkeeper there, Jalwi, was alert to it, and he was able to keep that one out. But going back to the penalty shout, Alian, as Harlem are trying to play out of the back, the Harlem team, you know, they've been on the wrong end of a number of decisions from the officials in recent times, and I'm sure this will definitely be one of the talking points of the match at the end of the game, especially as this one could be trouble. Looking for a good cross, but he's flagged offside anyway. Referee signaling play on, but he would have been offside anyway. But the Harlem team, you know, they've been on the wrong end of the referee's decision in the past few weeks.
Yeah, certainly. Well, this one there this afternoon really looked like a penalty to me. I'm not sure if it's because we're all the way up there, Gavin, but really looked like a penalty. But the referee is the one in the middle. I guess he had a clearer view of what transpired. So here we have keeper Jean-Louis coming all the way out to clear this one, and Jocelyn Prince goes up for the header. The ball back with Surgical Southeast. Sydney Lockhart looking to play the ball up front, but it finds no one. But
yeah, so Southeast generally, Allian, they play in the final third a little bit poor so far. You know, maybe Coach Gavaskar Charles will probably have to do some retweaking at halftime, as Delbert Graham, they're looking to put the Southeast defender under some pressure, but Southeast able to get out of that. And looking for back heel there, didn't quite work out, and it's Don and Jervy now with it and playing the ball back. Alian, I'm getting some news there that the VAR said it was no penalty.
The video assistant referee.
Yes, they had a quick look at it and there was no penalty. So
I'm still looking for the box, my Gavin, the TV. Maybe next match we'll have to set that up for our referees here. But nonetheless, VAR, video assistant referee.
But in light that the games are now televised, and we have the use of 3 cameras now,
yes,
and of course Chad George, our CEO and our producer and director, everything in one, really putting in the hard work, ensuring that we have the top-notch quality. But here's Odell Laville now looking to get past it. He goes down again. The referee signal, and I think he's given it this time. He's given something this time, and he's also signaling a yellow card. So a yellow card for number 6 for Southeast. Number 8 actually. That's a Malian Phillip, and the referee is not giving a penalty, but he's giving a free kick there on the edge of the box. So Matthew Walsh, Odell Laville, I should say, earning that free kick there, right on the edge of the box. You can see it on the screen yourselves. The power of the camera zoom there. Really good quality, high quality stuff here from Chad George. I'm not sure from Vivian TV. I'm hearing that they did some big things this week, and Chad George is showing off his new toys this afternoon. But we have a free kick here for Harlem. Looks like it's Odell Laville standing over that. And what will he do? In comes the free kick there. It's straight into the wall. But Odell Laville still with the possession. And he plays back. Here's Donan Juve looking to play that ball there. The far side, going across the face of goal. No, it's gone out of play. It's going to be a goal kick. So just about 7 minutes to go until the half time. And it's been pretty much advantage Harlem this first half, and it's reflecting on the score sheet as well. They're leading 1-0, and they've looked at the more threatening of the two teams. But here's Lockhart again, and it's looking to find George, but the defense for Harlem has been very good so far. Even if they're missing some of their key players, Southeast have not been able to break that padlock. But here's Lockhart, is it? And he goes down. There's a call there from the referee, Cadet. And the Matthew Walsh gives a free kick, awards a free kick for Southeast.
And certainly it's Harlem this afternoon. Harlem are really working hard this afternoon, Gavin. They're really showing that they're here for business. But Surgical Southeast are finding it a little bit difficult to switch gears this afternoon. Maybe in the second half we might see a switch of gears. We know that they can show up late in the game. But there's Jocelyn Prince with the free kick. And up goes the heads for this one. But then Jai Maxim, well defended there. Here's the captain now, Donan Juve, trying to shadow this one, and he's being fouled.
And the referees given the free kick. I felt that was a bit of a delayed call.
Indeed.
You know, because we could stay from where we were and we could see the tugging of the jersey and everything and pulling back off Donan Juve. But it was only when he went to ground that he was able to get that free kick awarded. There's a bit of confusion there with Harlem, and they've given away now a throw-in.
Well, Gavin, Malian Phillip has to be very careful now that he's on a yellow card. We see that he just fouled Donan Juve, and he has to be very careful. And here's Juve now sending Delbert Graham on his way with a lovely through pass, but that's well defended, and the ball will go out for a throw. Harlem United still in possession of this one, as we see Donan now down just below us.
I think he was caught late. In the end there, the referee just signaling for the medics. No, he's not. Yes, he is. He's actually signaling for the medics. And here comes the medic onto the field to see what's wrong with Donan Juve. It looks like he's clutching. What is it? His ankle or something? We can see it being massaged there. So while we have this little break, Alian, it's about 4 minutes just before the halftime break.
Yeah, just about 4 minutes before halftime, and it's all been Harlem United so far. Promex Harlem United so far in this first half. They're a goal to the good, thanks to Odell Laville. Some brilliance of Odell Laville in the 13th minute of play, as Donan Juve now back on his feet, just down below us. So play will resume now with, I believe, Harlem going to be resuming with 10 men.
Yes. Well, for temporarily, as we have this throw-in. Of course, Alian, we have been told that the viewers are locked in Grand 4. They're following the matchup. Lots of viewers. Grand 4, of course, the hub there for the Southeast team. And the player there was caught. Referee says nothing. A back heel there looking to set the player there on his way. Nothing doing from that Harlem defense. And it's really been a top-notch Harlem defense so far in this first half. And Harlem really looking the better of the teams there. And the ball there, will he be crossing it in? Lovely pass there in the end. Looking to play it across the goal, and the goalkeeper able to scoop it up in the last minute there.
Yeah, some good work from the goalkeeper, and of course good work from the Harlem players as well. But Surgical Office now back on it, and they're looking to mount an attack coming from defense. Let's see what they can do with this one. With Josele Prince, the man trying to pull all the strings there, and he looks to send Kowan Lockhart in on goal, and Kowan goes for glory, but sends this one well wide. Kowan Lockhart must have seen young Jean-Louis off his line and looks to go for glory all alone. But I'm sending this one wide, and the score still remains 1-0 with just about 2 minutes to go in this first half.
So here's Donna Gervais on it. And Harlem, can they squeeze in another goal before the halftime break? That could spell trouble for Southeast. It will give them a very deep hole to try to dig themselves out of. And Parsley, he was looking to find the attacker there, but poor pass in the end. And now can Southeast draw level here on the stroke of halftime? They've won themselves a free kick.
We have
another
a player
down. Yeah,
so
another one.
Not sure what happened there, but there was a coming together between Davon George and one of the players there for Promex Harlem United. Well, just about 1 minute before this halftime, we have Harlem leading 1-0. Here's the free kick coming in, but it goes long and it's meeting no one. But let's see what happened with this one. Ball back with Josele Prince for Surgical Southeast, and we see a player just going down there on his own, Gavin, on the cricket pitch. And we always mention the cricket pitch is a dangerous little area. So you see you're just running on your own, and you're on the ground. But the ball comes back in, and the ball now will go out, and it's a goal's kick. So we're just a few seconds from the end of the first half. We've seen already Matthew Walsh looking at his watch. The score remains 1-0 in favor of Harlem United. So Gavin, Harlem has been pretty much the better team so far in the first half. We've seen a few shouts just a few moments ago, a few penalty shouts, that is, one being very close to the line, and then there's one in the box. The Odell Francis did some lovely work.
Yeah, Southeast are lucky to only be down 1-0. I can tell you that. Harlem, they've really been the better of the two teams here this afternoon. And they look the one more threatening to even get a second goal.
Certainly.
And a second goal, I can tell you, will be trouble for Southeast this afternoon. It means they'll need 3 goals in that second half. You're there to get the 3 points that they so desperately need to keep the title race alive. So we're winding down now the first half. We're into stoppage time. We've seen a minute gone so far in this stoppage time. We didn't see a signal as to how many minutes we're going to have. But judging from the injuries and whatnot, I would estimate maybe 3 minutes. Could be wrong. But we're continuing. It's Harlem on it. They're holding the ball quite nicely, and I just put the commentator's curse on them. They've given it away. And Josele Prince has got it for Southeast. Prince playing a bit deep. Normally he's a little more forward, more of an attacking midfielder. He's playing a role a little bit deeper this afternoon. But here's Kowan Lockhart to switch sides, and you can see it. Miscommunication there between the two players, and you can see them making noise. They're not too happy with what transpired a while ago, and I think it pretty much sums up the afternoon for Southeast. And more or less, it could also be summing up the past few weeks for Southeast. Like we said at the start of the broadcast, leading the points table, and then they seem to have lost their way, and they've opened up the title race for a number of teams here. So can Southeast get something out of this last attack for the first half? And lovely work there from, is it Jaheim? Yes, Jaheim Maxim. So he's been having a very excellent game in the back for Harlem. And the ball played now to number 13. And he's looking to find Richards there. And he's offside. And also the whistle for the halftime break. 1-0 at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. That goal coming from Odell Laville in the 13th minute of play. And it's Harlem leading 1-0 here at halftime. So good half for Harlem. They're halfway through what they need to do, to keep their title hopes alive. And Southeast, they're seeing the writing on the wall. They need something. They need to change something in the second half. Or otherwise, Bath State will be celebrating tomorrow if they beat the Belfast State Mahou Strikers.
Well, we can only imagine what the second half is going to be here this afternoon. 1-0, as we told you. Odell Laville getting that only goal so far in the first half in the 13th minute. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with you in about 15 minutes to bring you the second half action between Sagicor Southeast and Harlem United. We'll be back.
All right, welcome back to second half action here at the Winter Park Sports Stadium. Promex Harlem United versus Sagicor Southeast, the defending champions. Promex Harlem United, they're leading 1-0 here at the Winter Park Sports Stadium. We're about to witness the start of the second half. The two teams would have gone in. They would have had their briefings from the coaching staff. And let's see how they respond to the instructions. Of course, Southeast, they need 2 goals if they're able to get the 3 points here this afternoon. Harlem, can they hold on to the lead? We're taking a quick look at the point standings as it stands. Bafa State in first place with 32 points. Harlem United in second place with 31, goal difference of plus 17. Southeast in third with 31, and Dubla with 28. Remember, that's as it stands. It's subject to change as the game goes along, and let's see what happens as we're waiting the start of the second half. Southeast, they'll be kicking towards the media center end or the Rosa River end, and the Harlem team will be attacking the Bailey Duckgrove Pavilion end or the Botanic Gardens end. And the second half action here underway at the Winter Park Sports Stadium. How will Southeast respond?
Well, of course, we're hoping that Southeast can maybe respond very good this afternoon in the second half. We know that we see keeper Jean-Louis already taking that ball taking a bump from keeper Jean-Louis. So, Gavin, we've seen already in the past, the Sagicor Southeast, they're very good at the second half, very good in the second half. So, but let's see what's happening in this one. Harlem United in the lead. We see Jocelyn Prince looking to move forward with this one, just down below us. But they're gonna have to work hard, and we've seen in the first half Jocelyn Prince trying to string the passes. Sidney Lockhart has been a very good, bright spark in the first half. But it's not all about these two players. It's a team effort. But let's see what's gonna happen, to come in the rest of the minutes we have in this second half.
Will Southeast be making any changes? Will they change their formation? Not all left to see. We'll have to see as they have a free kick there. A throw-in, I should say, sorry. And Jocelyn Prince was looking to catch the run there of Lockhart on the far side. But the ball played back to Southeast. And there's Davon George. There's some good hold up there. Able to get past the man. Looking to lay it off there for Jocelyn Prince, but that pass was a little bit off target. But we're seeing a different Southeast team so far this afternoon. They're attacking in numbers. They're really pressing as they're going in search of that equalizing goal and hopefully to get the winner as well.
Well, certainly they have to come out and play football, Gavin, in the second half, because the first half they have not been the Southeast team that we know. So they really have to come out in the second half and show their fans, show their supporters, that they have it. They have what it takes to at least push for an equalizer in this one, and maybe, just maybe, push for the victory. But we'll have to see what happens. We have a lot of time in the second half to go. Promex Harlem United in the lead. And here we see a missed pass, lousy pass, and there's a number 7, Rai Philip, going on this one, and he looks to go alone, and Gavin is the goal. It's the equalizer that we've been looking for. Rai Philip, the number 7 for Sagicor Southeast, doing the individual work, and we see the celebrations on the far end. Rai Philip taking Sagicor Southeast to the equalizer in this match.
Well, that goal all stemmed off from a bad pass there in the midfield area from Harlem. And Ryan Phillip got that ball and was able to dribble all the way through and able to put a lovely shot there to the right of the goalkeeper, Elvin Jajak. And it's 1-1 here at the Winter Park Sports Stadium. But Alian, I could sense that goal was coming because I looked at the Harlem team upon the resumption of the second half. Mm-hmm. And if, for example, we go back a bit to that shot on goal that bubbled in front of the goalkeeper, Elvin Jajak, we could see the body language more or less. It's like they were probably not a bit focused, and they paid the ultimate price for it, because even the ball that they gave away in the midfield, as Harlem now looking to respond quickly, and that will go out, it will be a corner kick. But as we looked at the body language of them, it looked like they were not switched on yet for that second half. and Southeast took full advantage of it.
Well, it seems as if they were still in the locker room, Gavin, when that happened. But it's 1-1. Rai Phillip getting the equalizer there for the Surgical Southeast team early in the second half as this corner comes in for Harlem United. You see Delbert Graham on this one, and this infringement for handball. The ball now will go against Harlem United. So Rai Phillip getting the equalizer there for the Surgical Southeast. And what a start to the second half we Gavin.
Well, so very quickly now the tables changed. The tables have changed. As it stands now, Southeast back in second place, and because we have a draw, the Southeast now, as it stands, will be level on points with Happy Buffet State with 32 points. But Buffet State, remember, they have a game in hand. They play tomorrow. And also Promex Harlem United now will be on 29 points as it stands. So everything to play for this afternoon. We can tell you that for sure. The teams won't be settling for a draw. Both teams, they're in desperate need of the 3 points this afternoon to keep the title race alive. But there's a long ball looking to play for Southeast now, and this could be trouble. Could it be number 2? He has options, lays it off there. Good defensive work there in the end. Looks like Maxim, is it? And Harlem, they're living dangerously. There's a foul, and it will be a free kick, a chance maybe to break some momentum, break the way things are going for them so far.
Well, Harlem are really switched off in the second half so far. They have not yet come to the party, but there's still some time. But it's all Surgical Southeast in the start of this second half. We're just into the 51st minute, and we have already seen Surgical Southeast responding nicely to that first half goal of Odell Laville. Some individual brilliance. That's what we've seen so far with the 2 goals on show here this afternoon. Yes, Harlem United, Donan Jove in the defense there with the ball. Harlem looking to come away with it, and there's a long pass now for Delbert Graham. Delbert gets it. The ball now with Jarvis Humphrey. Jarvis looking to go for the cross, looking to find Odell Laville, but Odell slipping away. The ball now with Eustace Marshall. So Harlem looking to be lively now. Rai Phillip has been fouled there by Eustace Marshall. Rai Phillip doing some good footwork there for Surgical Southeast.
Well, we can see the hustle now from Southeast again. So it looks like the team Southeast maybe got a good sitting down at halftime, and some stern words maybe from the captain and the coach, Gavaska Charles, and we've seen a different Southeast team in this second half so far. And Harlem now on the back foot after enjoying the first half. But how can they respond now? Looking to find through ball there, it's intercepted, and now it's Southeast with another opportunity, but that touch there was a little too heavy, and it will be a throw-in for Promex Harlem United. So just to let the listeners or the viewers know, I should say, it's about 5:15. The lights already beginning to fade at the Winter Park Sports Stadium, as there's another opportunity now for Southeast. Referee signaling play on. The shot there goes wide, and it will be a goal kick. Poor technique there in the end. But Southeast really applying the pressure, and they're getting the chances now.
Well, Gavin, the lights beginning to fade, but that is certainly having no effect on the game. As we see, it's growing in the second half. It's becoming more exciting. Here is Laville looking to play this one across for Brandel Richards, the number 18. And Brandel looking to find Delbert Graham, but Delbert overrunning this one, and the ball will still be back with Harlem. And the player now going for the spectacular shot. I believe that is Kudel Joseph looking to go for the spectacular long-range effort, but that one going well over the bar. And we can hear, Gavin, there's some, you can almost say that's a carnival. The Surgical Southeast fans, they're now on their feet after that goal from Rai Phillip just in the second half. So they're now turned on and cheering their team.
Well, as it stands, like we said, Harlem, so not Harlem, but Southeast and Buffet State are level on points on 32 points as it stands, as the scores are 1-1. So this means that Buffet State, if they win tomorrow, they will move to 35. but it will still mean that the title will not be in their hands tomorrow, and it will mean that everything will be to play for next week. And there's some big games next week, I can tell you that. For example, Buffett State will be playing Harlem next week. Southeast will be playing We United, I believe. So a lot of... No, it's not We United, but Southeast has a Dubla, a game against Dubla next week. So that's a big game. So could everything be decided on the final day? That would be good. That's another attack for Southeast. There goes the shot, and goes over bar there. That shot coming in from the Southeast player, Javid George. And just over bar opportunity, good opportunity there for Southeast. There are 2 balls on the field, so we have a little stoppage in play. But Southeast really in the ascendancy here this afternoon.
Well, Gavin, we should also let the listeners know that Javid George has just been introduced into this match. Just coming in as a second half substitute. The coach, Gavaskar Charles, not having none of it, sending on more firepower as we see Devon George looking to make his way, but he's called offside. So we have Javid George and Devon George now on the field. So what can these 2 forwardsmen do? We told you earlier that this team has a lot of firepower going forward, but let's see what happens as Javid George now being introduced into this match.
And here's Sidney Lockhart and looking to find the goal scorer, Philip. He's brought down, and he's no real appeals really, no penalty. It's just the Prince now who shipped up for a shot. He lays it off nicely. Who finds Lockhart there on the far side. Could be trouble. Goes just over the bar again. Another opportunity there for Southeast going a begging.
Well, it's the 2 brothers combining, Gavin, Sidney and Cowan. Sidney Lockhart on the receiving end of the pass, looking to head this one at goal, but heading it wide, well, over bar. And his brother, the younger brother, Cowan Lockhart, doing some lovely work to get that ball into the box. So the score remains 1-1. We're just in the 56th minute of play at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. Lovely football action, exciting stuff so far in this one. There's Sidney Lockhart looking to advance, and Sidney finds Javid George, and Javid George looking to find Cowan Lockhart. Cowan looking to cross that one, but well defended there as Jarvis Humphreys looks to get away. But Cowan defending nicely, and that's what he does. He defended nicely, and the ball goes out of touch for Harlem throw-in.
Well, in the end, good hustle back from Cowan Lockhart, able to break down that play there, and that's what it's going to take for Southeast to get back into this game. Well, they're back because they've equalized, as we're now bringing you up to date with the points table as it stands. So like we said, Southeast now with 32, Buffett State with 32 as well. Buffett State will be in second place on goal difference, but do remember that they have a game in hand, and we have Harlem in third on 29 and Dubla fourth on 28. That's as it stands. Remember, if we get a goal now, things will change. And here's Harlem now laying off for Richards, Brandel Richards. The attempted cross there deflected, but it's still with Harlem. It's Brandel Richards looking to play that through ball there for Eustace Marshall, and the ball goes out. It will be a throw-in for Harlem deep in the southeast half. So Harlem now looking to respond. They were caught sleeping, one may say, as they conceded that first goal in the second half. How would they respond? As there's a infringement there, and there's actually it's actually a handball. So it looks like the player handled the ball before it went out of play, and it will be a free kick for the Southeast team. Lapse in concentration, Alian.
Well, you might say that, Gavin, but we can see the intensity for Surgical Southeast looking very, very sharp so far in the second half, and for Harlem United, they're maybe coming out a little bit, as you can see, lapse in concentration for True Gavin. Yes, Brandel Richards looking to get this one off the number 2 there for Surgical Southeast, and that ball will just roll all the way for a goals kick. So it's 1-1. Surgical Southeast, the better of the two teams so far in the second half. More of the possession so far, and of course they have equalized through Rai Philip. Here is Harlem United now on the ball with Jarvis Humphrey. As we see Odell Francis looking to make his way forward. There's Kudel Joseph looking to find Delbert Graham, and he does well in doing so. Delbert Graham just trying to put that ball down. Yes, Odell Francis on the far end. He's in the company of Marley and Philip there, and Odell Francis does well. And we see there's an infringement. Referee Matthew Walsh calls this one, and the ball is now a free kick for Surgical Southeast.
And we're noticing on the far side, Harlem preparing to make 2 changes. Number 19 will be taken off. That's Delbert Graham. And we're waiting to see who's going to come on. So Harlem making 2 changes. Coach Don Leogal looking to spring things up just a little bit. We're still awaiting the 4th official to indicate number 4.
I believe we have Idoni Samuel, that's number 4, coming in there for Delbert Graham.
And the other substitution, we're just waiting. So Idoni Samuel coming on for Harlem.
And the number 17, Tyrick John Baptist, that's what I'm seeing. So we have Tyrick John Baptist and Idoni Samuel coming in now. So the ball with Surgical Southeast, who have to play from the back. Here, the player looking to find some support. Surgical Southeast, the team showing much more intensity in the second half. Rai Philip couldn't control this one. The ball goes out for a throw. Eustace Marshall is quick on this one to throw it in. And he trying to find Odell Laville, who the goal scorer for Harlem in the first half. Odell doing well. And here is the number 17, but the flag is up for offside. And referee Walsh spotting this one.
So 1-1 here at Windsor Park Sports Stadium. We're into the final 30 minutes here. We've seen an hour of play. It's been a tale of 2 halves so far. First 45 minutes belong to Harlem, and the next 15 minutes of the second half, well, it's belonged to Southeast. But Harlem now will settle down, and this could be an opportunity now. The new player who just came in is dancing in the box, and a lovely attempt there for a bicycle. No, says the Southeast defense, and it's cleared. And can Southeast now break? No, it's Harlem with it, and they've recovered nicely. And I see that now they've given it away, and it's Southeast now looking to break quickly, but that pass there was to no one in particular. Eustace Marshall now has stumbled into the ball at his feet and is taken by Sidney Lockhart, who finds Philip, the goal scorer. And here's a lovely football now. This could be trouble. It goes past the goal, and will he walk it in? He walks it in, and it's a goal for Southeast. It's a goal for Southeast. The score's now 2-1, and lovely tap in there in the end for Southeast. We're trying to get the goal scorer there for you. Devon George, is it? Yes, Devon George with the tap in, and Southeast coming from a goal down now, and the title race now in full swing for Southeast. The champions not going down without a fight, and it's now 2-1 here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium.
Well, Gavin, it's another combination. Javid George and Devon George. We've seen it time and time again. When these two combine, it is destined to be a goal. But they're taking the lead after going behind in the 13th minute, and Surgical Southeast have responded very, very nicely, very well in the second half. They have really come to the party, Gavin. They are here showing themselves in the second half. There seems to have been a slip in the first half, but here they go again. Sidney Lockhart on the move, looking to find his player up front, Devon George. And
well, the linesman had his flag up for offside. It wasn't spotted by Matthew Walsh, and he's now acknowledging the linesman. So is actually offside. But the points table now as it stands, Southeast moving back into first place now in 34 points. Buffalo State in second with 32. Harlem with 28. So now Southeast now, if they're able to hold on with this for this victory, they'll now be putting the pressure back onto the Buffalo State team who play tomorrow. Remember, Buffalo State, they play Belfast State Mahu Soca Strikers. The Soca Strikers, they're in the relegation zone. That was confirmed today as East Central, they picked up their 3 points for the match against Exodus. So it means that the Mahu team and Exodus, they will be in the relegation zone at the end of the season. But Mahu, there's still no pushovers. And it will still be a tough game for the Buffalo State team tomorrow, as we see a shot coming in there from Eustace Marshall, well wide of the goal and not troubling the goalkeeper at all. So the pressure now back on to Buffalo State, Alian, tomorrow. Buffalo State now will need to win.
Certainly.
Definitely need to win. But one thing's certain for sure, if the scoreline remains like this, there will be no title celebration tomorrow. But it nonetheless will still be a very big game.
Of course, it's going to be a big game for Happy Buffalo State tomorrow because, as we've seen here, Gavin, Surgical Southeast showing that they can really fight this one. Surgical Southeast showing, the intensity in the second half. And, of course, the Buffalo State fans must be really nervous or angry at the moment. They maybe come out to support Promax Harlem United. And, of course, we're seeing 2 goals in the second half in quick time. Buffalo State overturning, not Buffalo State, but Surgical's office overturning that first goal there. And we're seeing they're on the attack again. Devon George once again, and he's there with that's Derwin. But the ball now goes out. Southeast on it again. And here it is once again. They're showing great intensity this afternoon in the second half, Gavin. They have been all out, guns blazing so far in the second half.
Well, Harlem, they have about 25 minutes to see if they can respond. Get an equalizer. That's the first step. You have to get an equalizer and then see if they can get the other goal for victory. But Harlem slowly seeing their title hopes slipping away. If the scoreline remains like this, they're on 28 points. And if they lose this game, it will definitely put them out of the title race.
Yeah. Southeast,
their hopes are still alive with this victory. And like I said a while ago, the pressure will be on Buffalo State tomorrow. And also Dubla. Let's not forget Dubla. They're also in the title hunt as well. If they can win their match against their rivals, the LA Enterprise Bombers tomorrow. That's another big game tomorrow at the stadium. So we have 2 big games tomorrow. Dubla, Central Cooperative Credit Union, Dubla FC, they'll be taking on the LA Enterprise Bombers at 2 o'clock. And at 4 o'clock, we have Happy Buffalo State and the Belfast State Mahu Soca Strikers. So the Premier League really heating up there, where everything seems to be shaping up nice for a grand finale next weekend. But let's see if Harlem has other ideas. As a player there doing well. He has options in the box, but he went for the glory. And in the end there, Southeast let off the hook. But he had options in the box. He had 2 players, I believe, Idoni Samuel and another one that looks like Brandel Richards. Is it? No, it's Odell Laville. But he had options in the box, and he took the wrong one.
Certainly, he went for glory on this one, looking to go and maybe shut the supporters up. But nonetheless, the score remains 2-1 to Surgical Southeast. And the ball is played outside as we have a player down on the far end. We see the medic guy coming in to check on the player on the far end. But 2 goals in quick succession there, Gavin, for Surgical Southeast. They've come out really guns blazing. They've come out fighting in the second half. And they're showing why they are the defending champions.
All right, so we're going to have a resumption of play here. And one thing we have to say is since Southeast have made the change, they made the adjustment, they brought in Javid George. It's been a different game for them so far. Of course, he's adding a lot in terms of his speed up front. And Southeast now in control. And maybe possibly looking for a third, because another thing that we also have to take a note of, Alian, in terms of the points table, we'll get back to that as we have Javid George looking to see if he could break into that half there, or into the box I should say, but it's gone out, is it? Yes, for a throw-in, and it will be a throw-in for Southeast. But as I was saying, while the points, not much separating the teams in terms of points, also goal difference could decide who will win this year's competition. And looking at the goal difference, for example, it's plus 14 for Southeast, it's plus 11 for Buffett State. That's just three goals. Remember, Buffett State, they have a game in hand. You never know what can happen tomorrow against the Maho Soccer Strikers. So Southeast will not only be settling for a one-goal lead. I mean, it's 3 points, yes, but they'll probably need some more goals as well to improve on that goal difference.
And not forgetting, Gavin, we're seeing a positive 15 goal difference for Harlem United. So, you know, a tricky finish in this race there, this title race. Goal difference coming into play, and these two teams, they're battling it out, and we have Buffett State tomorrow to come into play against the Soccer Strikers. We're going to have an exciting finish to this one, a close finish, a nail-biting finish in the DFA Premier League. As we see Sidney Lockhart going in for the cross, but that ball will go out of play as he looked for Devon George on the far end.
It looks like Harlem, of course, they're playing without three of their starters. Remember, we said at the start that there's no Kasim Pelte, he's out suspended. There's no Zion Emmanuel, who's been a key player for Harlem this season, overseas based, and also Quinton Moses, he's not here, he's injured as well. And Harlem did pretty well in the first half, but things unraveled a bit for them in the second half. The first goal, one may say a bit of lapse of concentration, big lackadaisical on the field to start off the second half, and then the second goal, you know, Buffett State, or not Buffett State, but Southeast really got them on that back foot there. But let's see how they respond. It's Eustace Marshall, and looking to find number 4, that's like Donny Samuel. He lays up nicely for Odell Laville, but the defense for Southeast, Jocelyn Prince getting back and performing some defensive duties, and he's won the ball back for Southeast. So Southeast there on the near side, close to us, keeping the possession, the ball, their best friend right now. Harlem needs it more than them. And here's an opportunity now. He's the goal scorer on his horse there, but he's brought down. Nothing given, but still Southeast with it. It's Lockhart looking to... He's brought down. No, he still has it. He gets up. Lovely strength. And a good save there from Jacques in the end. And quickly up to get the rebound. Elwin, actually. Elwin Jalwi. And a good save there in the end.
Yeah, good save and good work there from Devon George, and good work from Sidney Lockhart to even get the shot away. But Jean-Louis was up to the task. He was equal to the task as well to make the save, Gavin. So a brilliant save, and we keep the score 2-1. So he keeps Harlem in the match. We're just about 18 minutes to go in the second half. We have Surgical Southeast on the ball now. Yes, Jocelyn Prince looks to find Sidney Lockhart. Lockhart now looking for Javid George, and Javid, who is fresh, comes in wearing the number 9 jersey, looking to beat his man, and he goes and does well, but looks to find a cross, and keeper Jean-Louis lets this one go all the way, and the ball will roll out for a goals kick. So we're seeing the Surgical Southeast team, Gavin, really applying the pressure on the Promex Harlem United team here in the second half.
Yeah, lovely work, individual skill there from Javid George in the end, but ball going out there. Harlem now. What can they do? It's 15 or 18 minutes to go plus stoppage time. And he's offside. That's Odell Laville. So Harlem clearly not in sync in this second half compared to what we saw in the first half of play. And the Southeast showing that they're prepared to go down with a fight. And a fight they did in the second half. They got 2 goals. And they're now leading. And on top of the points table too, as it stands. As it's Jocelyn Prince, he shakes off 1, he shakes off 2. And the referee's given a throw-in for Harlem. 2 players are down. That's Jocelyn Prince. And the number 3 for Harlem. He's also clutching his shoulder.
And that's Jai Maxime and Jocelyn Prince coming together there in this one. You see Jai now getting back up. So at some point he looked to have been seriously injured, but Gavin, it's nothing serious as the 2 players coming together. And we'll have Jai Maxime now. We'll just throw that ball in. Odell Francis on this one. And looks for support. He finds Idoni Samuel, but another bad pass, and that finds Devon George. And Devon looks to go past Delvin. That's Devon still on the ball, and Surgical Surface, he looks for support and he finds Rai Phillip, who does well, and Rai Phillip will go for the shot, but just over the bar. Just over the bar. Rai Phillip looking to go from glory just outside the box, but that one not troubling keeper Jean-Louis for the Harlem team. So the score remains 2-1. Some lovely work there from the Surgical Southeast frontmen, Rai Phillip and Devon George combining there, but the ball now going over the bar, and the score remains 2-1, 75 minutes gone.
Yes, and Harlem with time running out now, 15 minutes, and of course in terms of their season they would need 2 goals, to keep their slim title hopes alive. So the time not on their side, as Jocelyn Prince, who seems to be all over the field for Southeast. Really having a good game so far. But here is Harlem now on a break. And can they get something from this? But Southeast are defending in numbers, and they're getting away with this one now. And plays back there, but the player unable to keep possession. And now Harlem they've won it, and he's brought down the man. And it will be a free kick for Harlem. And this could be an opportunity for Harlem now with a set piece to get something. They have not been good in open play in the second half so far. Can they make the most of this set piece opportunity and salvage something in this match? Really make a game of it with some 14 minutes to go plus stoppage time.
Odell Laville is standing over this free kick. It's just a 2-man wall. Devon George now joining to make it a 3-man wall. As we've seen, just 76 minutes gone. Here's Odell Laville with this one. And the ball now floating in on the back post, as we see Jarvis Humphreys looks to have been getting on this one, but can't meet it. But the score remains 2-1. That ball going out of touch for a goal kick.
Well, it was a good idea from Odell Laville in the end, but it didn't quite pay off. And Harlem, we've seen that they're mounting a little more, or they're throwing a few more bodies up front, looking to see if they can get that equalizer. Now it finds Odell Laville, who did well to chest the ball but couldn't keep control. Now it sets Javid. Is it George? Devon George looking to square up Javid George. He doesn't, and it goes in. It's a 3rd goal. Some poor goalkeeping there in the end from Elwin Jalwi. And this one, the 3rd goal now for Surgical Southeast, is Javid George with his 2nd, I believe, in this match. And what a substitution he's been so far.
Yeah, Javid George has been the bright spark for Surgical Southeast in the second half, and we've seen so in some of the previous games, coming in and scoring goals in the second half. He's been like the second half, the substitute hero, the super sub, as you would like to call it. And we see the celebrations from the players on field, the goalkeeper rushing out. We can see the Surgical Southeast fans, in almost like a carnival atmosphere in the Norbert, Phillip, and Adam Sanford stand. So 3-1 after being down a goal in the 13th minute. Surgical Southeast have come back in the second half and scored 3 unanswered goals so far, Gavin, in the second half.
Yeah, well, what a difference a half makes, or the halftime break makes. And Southeast clearly looking a different team in the second half. And this is reflecting in the scoreline. And Harlem now looking to see if they can get a consolation there. That one there going wide, and the ball will go for a goal kick. Want to go back to the goal just a little bit, Ali, and I think the goalkeeper could have done a lot better with that. He attempted to clear the ball, sort of miskicked it, maybe kicked it onto to Javid George, and Javid George was able to hold his composure. And I don't think he'll probably get an easier goal than that in his lifetime. Empty netter there, and he's put Southeast in full control now at the Winter Park Sports Stadium.
Well, Gavin, when you're given a gift like that, you cannot say no. It's definitely you cannot say no, and he was gifted that goal there. The keeper making a mess out of that. He should have done better. As we see, one of the players, Shingat's just coming off. As we see, Devon George now looking for Sidney Lockhart. Surgical Southeast in possession, looking to go from the back, but not the best of passes from Sidney Lockhart. Idoni Samuel looking to go forward, but that ball, Malian Phillip clears well, but he looks to be down injured. Referee Walsh not sporting that as the play continues. Harlem looking to find something there with just a few minutes remaining in this second half as the shot comes in, but it's well defended there from the Surgical Southeast team. As you see, they are defending in numbers with just about 10 minutes to go in the second half. So see Jarvis Humphreys on the left flank. Jarvis, as we know, he can dribble well, and he does so, but not the best cross for a left winger. Not the best cross to at least mount an attack on goal.
So now the pressure, and that definitely will be foul, and yes, it's spotted, and the referee is also going to his pocket as well, so a booking there for the Harlem player. So the pressure is on Happy Baffin State now. Surgical Southeast regaining the top spot as it stands.
Yeah,
they have a 2-goal cushion here against Promex Harlem United, and Baffin State now definitely they will need to win tomorrow to be able to control their own destiny and set up what will be a thrilling conclusion to this year's Premier League competition. So the way things stand right now, there will be no trophy celebration tomorrow. That's a guarantee if the scores remain as it is, if Southeast are able to walk away with the 3 points, and definitely no trophy celebration tomorrow. But nonetheless, it's still a very important game, a big game. Baffin State need to win to regain the first place position.
And certainly it's not going to be an easy one for Baffin State tomorrow, coming up against the Belfast Estate Mawusuka Strikers, who are in the relegation zone, but as we know, they are no pushover team. So
yes,
it's not going to be an easy one for Happy Baffin State tomorrow, taking into consideration that Surgical Southeast, come in and score 3 unanswered goals in the second half to overturn, the first half goal that the Harlem United team scored. So it's not going to be easy tomorrow for Happy Baffin State, as we see some changes there being made by Harlem United.
Some changes there also. Southeast, some activity on the bench as well. But here comes a free kick there. And Harlem back with a possession, but Southeast playing a bit of a high line, sending the ball back into the Harlem half. So it's intercepted there by Lockhart. Finds George, lays it off there for Phillip, is it? And he has some time playing it across the face of goal there. The goalkeeper letting that one roll across there. I hope he had a quick glance to make sure that there was no attacking player, because that was dangerous. But here's an opportunity now for Harlem, and the ball will be cleared, and it looks like it will be a throw-in for Harlem United. So we're into what? 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 30 seconds, plus a stoppage time to go. Can Harlem get the goals that they need? Not like that though, as that one there played back comfortably to the goalkeeper, and he takes his time. He's in no rush at all to play that ball. Taking a quick look over to the right, Alian, as we're drawing to the end of this third encounter at the Windsor Park. You can still see that the game in the Botanic Gardens still underway. Starlights taking on the Hurricanes. That's the opening match of the Dominica Cricket Association's Intermediate League. So that game looks like it's going down to the wire. It's a 5:45, and look, cricket is still going on. Also, we want to let the viewers know that you can catch Vibian TV in about 2 hours' time, as I will be bringing you live from Portsmouth, Benjamin's Park, the finals of the Sports Division District Netball Competition. Southwest will be taking on West Central, and that game is at 8 o'clock this evening. And we have Harlem again looking their best, trying their best, I should say, to get another goal, and that one will go out for a throw-in to be a southeast ball.
And certainly, Harlem United has been, they were caught off guard in the second half, a lapse in concentration in the second half. I would have to say 3 unanswered goals there from Surgical Southeast in this one. So we continue with the game here, as this one will go out of touch. So just about 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. 3 goals to 1. Surgical Southeast overturning the first half goal there. So let's see what's going to happen in the rest of this encounter. We have just about, well, you can say 4 minutes now, just about 4 minutes and stoppage time. Yes, Sydney Lockhart with this throw-in and looking to find Devon George.
That will go out for a goal kick. So time really running out. 4 minutes and stoppage time. 4 minutes and stoppage time. The lights are starting to fade at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. And the title hopes for Harlem also beginning to fade here at the stadium. Southeast with the advantage, as we heard some bit of a noise there in the stands. Not too sure what exactly happened, but nonetheless football on the field. And here is Harlem, and that will be a goal kick. It is. So the opportunity is really not coming for Harlem earlier in the second half. They've, as we can see the replay there, we can just confirm as it's last touched. Yes, last touched by the Harlem player. Of course, Vibian TV, we're on top of the game, I can tell you that. Sportsmax and Sky Sports has nothing on us.
Nothing.
Tell them I said
whatsoever.
so, you know. Chad George, our producer, our CEO, you know, really upping the standards here for sports broadcasting on the television. And you know, good things to come as we go along. Now we have an opportunity now for Southeast. That ball played just a little bit too far in front, but Southeast still with it. It's back to Lockhart. There are 2 players down, and looks like Southeast will play that ball outside so that the medics can attend to the 2 players down. There's a player from Southeast and a player from Harlem as well.
Certainly, Gavin, it looks like Javid George and Jai Maxim. That's what it looks like. But if the cameras could zoom in, we maybe could see who exactly. But
well, actually, I think we can go back to the benefit of the replay, and we can maybe catch what exactly happened. And there it is. Seems to be a coming together of the heads. So yes, coming together of the heads there. So good job by our producer, our director, our CEO, the man in charge, the famous Chad George, doing real good things there for Vibian TV. And of course, you know, we're putting up this top class we would say, broadcast in terms of the technology now. We're seeing the graphics on the screen. We're upping our game, and only better things to come as, things as time progresses, Alian. Chad is a guy who loves to experiment with his new toys. And I saw that he got a brand new toy during the week. And I heard he has some more toys on the way.
More toys
so
on the way.
we'll have to find out, how it is that he's going to put those toys to use. But anyway, we're continuing. The ball goes out there. It's going to be throw-in for Harlem. Time really running out, Alian. And I know it's not over until it's over. But with a minute and just stoppage time to come, Harlem needing 3 goals now to keep their title hopes alive. I think that pretty much is it for Harlem in terms of their hopes for lifting the 2020 championship, and Southeast will live on to fight another day next week.
Well, Promex Harlem United came into this one without their captain, Kasim Pelte, and it kind of shows you that they really missed him in defense. So we're seeing that the ball now being played up front, and Surgical Southeast on it. There's Jocelyn Prince in the middle of the field. In the first half, Gavin, he was kind of pretty much quiet, but he's been very lively in this second half, stringing the passes together, and of course with support from Javid and Devon George. The Southeast, they really came to the party in the second half.
All right, I can see the 4th official on the far side there. He's holding up 2 minutes, is it? So 2 minutes of extra time. We're already into the first minute of extra time. So essentially the writing on the wall for Harlem this season. They won't be in contention for the title anymore. Southeast, they're the new league leaders. As the players brought down from behind there, another free kick. And that pretty much could be the end of the match as well. I don't think we'll see much after that free kick. So, and a yellow card issued as well for the Harlem player. So, Alian, everything to play for tomorrow for Bath Estate. And also Dubla with Southeast, the victory from Southeast today. It's also put pressure on Dubla as well. They need to beat the Bombers to keep themselves in the title race, although their chances are a bit slim now, with Southeast moving up to 32 points, but they're still not out of the woods yet. So it's now a 3-team race for the DFA Premier League title as it stands. Surgical Southeast, the league leaders. We have a happy Bath Estate in second place with a game in hand, and also Dubla, well, they're currently in 4th place, but they have a game in hand as well, and everything to play for tomorrow, and definitely a title on next weekend.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. That's all we can say, Gavin. It's going to be exciting, and of course, it's one to look forward for. They want to look forward to, and the next weekend. We're just approaching the 92nd minute. Surgical Southeast in the lead, 3 goals to 1, and you can pretty much say that that's it. That's maybe the way it will end this afternoon.
Someone seems to be having you very busy on the cell phone, Alian, but we have the player being escorted off the field. Injured player making his way off the field. And play will resume shortly for a free kick for Surgical Southeast. But stoppage time up. I think maybe we'll get another minute, because I think that delay there took about a minute. So maybe our referee Walsh will add a minute back on to the clock. But it's more or less delaying the inevitable right now. Here comes a free kick there, and quite wisely playing it to the other side of the field. Just looking to take some more time off the clock. Southeast. So a good day at the office for them. They've added 2 goals to the goal difference. And they look to retain their Premier League title. And Jocelyn Prince, is it? No, it's number 14 actually, there with a good defensive play. And another one there for Southeast is a goal kick. Yannick George it was there. So the fat lady starting to sing. We can hear the drums of the Southeast supporters. Yes, drumming away at the Norbert Phillip and Adam Sanford stand. It's just a final whistle any moment for now. Darkness already starting to show its face here. And here's the final whistle.
That's it.
And we can hear the roars. We can hear the celebration. Surgical Southeast, the defending champions, they lived on to fight another day. The Premier League title will be decided next weekend. That's because Surgical Southeast, they've beaten Promex Harlem United 3-1 here this evening.
Well, some poor showing in the second half, Gavin. Harlem United, Promex Harlem United not being able to come to the party in the second half and going down 3-1. 3 unanswered goals in this one, and Surgical Southeast retains the lead. And of course, we will live to see what will happen tomorrow with Happy Bath Estate playing the Belfast Estate Mawasoko Strikers. It's not going to be an easy one for the Happy Bath Estate team, and of course they will need the win, Gavin. They will need this victory over the Belfast Estate Mawasoko Strikers team to at least stay in contention, to stay close as possible to the defending champions, who've just shown why they are the defending champions, to show why they are the champions. 3-1 here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium.
Yes, so that'll be it from the stadium. 3-1.
Yes.
Surgical Southeast winning this match. Of course, we're going to look forward to your company in about 2 hours' time. We have the netball finals, Southwest versus West Central. That's the Sports Division District Netball Championship. That comes up at 8 o'clock. And tomorrow we'll be back on here. Big football games on tomorrow as well. So on behalf of the entire production team, and of course our CEO and director and producer, Chad George, who according to the Prime Minister could be tying the knot very soon, I'm David Richard saying good evening.